Yep, coronavirus definitely is not an issue anymore.
You wanna go outside?
No. I want to. Yes, I want to.
We can't go outside.
Something that my mom and I have been doing every day is that we go outside to feed the local street cat. Go, guys.
I've never seen this in Jerusalem. Amazing birds coming from all over the place. Even parrots, green parrots that I've never seen in my life.
Hi, my name is Nick and I've been living in Vietnam for the past 2 years, and this is also where I found myself during the corona outbreak. And honestly, I have nothing but positives to share about the Vietnamese government. They have dealt with the whole situation extremely well. The whole country went into lockdown within a very short period of time since the news broke over the coronavirus. I think in February they closed all the borders and the schools and the businesses and everything. And yeah, we only had 270 cases and we are now 3 weeks case free and out of lockdown, which is super positive.
Hi, I'm Stefano.
And I'm Anisha, and this is Francois.
Is ready.
For us, it's been a bit difficult, especially with the baby, because our family hasn't been able to visit and they've been missing out on a lot of milestones in his life.
Hi, I'm Jack Sara. I'm the president of Bethlehem Bible College, where I work in Bethlehem, but I also live in Jerusalem. And during these days, we have lived during hard times like the COVID-19 pandemic. Going back and forth to work has not been easy. You know, between commuting between Jerusalem, where I live, and then coming to Palestine, Bethlehem, where it's really there's a lot of checkpoints like this one that is here. So there is an army sitting right and left, and if they suspect a car, they don't allow it going. They don't want to have more cases of the COVID-19. Thankfully, there was no trouble. Usually they stop me and they ask me a lot of questions.
I'm Jojo and I am currently in Kathmandu, Nepal. I came to Nepal shortly before the lockdown happened to visit my mom, who actually lives here. And then the lockdown hit and I'm still here. So it's now after 10 a.m. and I am walking to the one supermarket that is allowed to stay open after 10 a.m. In Nepal, basic provision shops, fruit and veg sellers, and pharmacies are allowed to be open between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. So that's when you see most of the people out and about and shopping. I'm very fortunate that my walk to the supermarket goes right past Boda Stupa, which is a religious site in my neighborhood.
Zayn, Hamza, they're supposed to be in school, but no school. It takes a lot of energy to get them out of bed. Wakey.
Now I am preparing to attend an online session. I think the online sessions are boring. And what's funny about this is that my mom is giving the session and she's right next door.
Actually, one of my students is my son. We prepared this office to separate between my classes and my son's classes.
Mom is giving a class. Hamza is taking the same class. I am sitting with Zayn.
Babysitting me.
Babysitting you. You wanna go outside?
No, I want to. Yes, I want to.
We can't go outside.
I flew back home to Greece 3 weeks ago, and I've been in quarantine since then. I'm in the middle of writing my dissertation and revising for exams. Our exams are online, our graduation has been postponed, and I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to go back to Durham and get my things before my rent runs out. Even though Greece has a big cafe culture, people are still visiting cafes, but tables and chairs are stacked outside and people are just standing in parking lots and in open air areas, talking to each other while drinking their takeaway coffees. This is the way that most Greeks have started socializing with each other after over a month of lockdown.
Hi guys, I'm Stefano and I am a chef in a local restaurant here in Italy, Tuscany. Before the quarantine, my life was pretty busy. After I had a lot of time on my hands and I had to reinvent my hobbies. Therefore now I'm a gardener. As you can see, with all my chili peppers. I am Ahmed Baydar, a journalist producer from Yemen.
I used to travel a lot with journalists all around Yemen and outside, but now we are locked down inside the house. Now there are 2 cases here in Sana'a, and people are not still aware about how dangerous this virus is.
As you see here, people are walking and it's very busy and crowded. They don't know the danger of this virus.
My country is suffering from 5 years war now. After this war, we have so many sicknesses and people are suffering from malnutrition, from cholera, from diphtheria. What can we do if coronavirus will spread all around my country?
So we're currently at Campo de Marte, which is a medical facility here in Lucca. Hopefully they both let us in. The last time they didn't let us in. So it's a bit tricky when leaving the house with a newborn because they obviously can't wear the mask like us. So instead, I put a blanket kind of over his shoulder. So now we're finished with the appointment. My husband wasn't able to go into the appointment with me again. He had to wait outside in the waiting room. So that's just one of the things that's been a bit difficult with COVID-19. You know, you want both parents to be present on all the important occasions, doctor's appointments and everything. Instead, we find ourselves like recording the appointments for each other so we can hear what's going on.
The airport is completely shut. There are no flights in or out of the country, which means that I am here until the airport opens up again. I was planning on moving to New York in about 2 weeks, but of course that's not happening anymore. I actually just started an online schooling program right before all of this craziness happened. So for me, being forced to stay indoors has also forced me to become more productive and really focus on getting this qualification.
Basically, this is how we get to leave our house. As long as you are all alone, you can take it off. If you have a car with an even plate number, an even license plate, you can drive it on even dates. And those cars with an odd license plate, they get to drive it on an odd date. So basically I'm going to the pharmacy to get some stuff for the family. This is how I have to, this is the only way I can walk into the pharmacy, and only one person at a time can walk in. Mom is giving a class in this room and Hamza is taking class in this room. Let's see.
It won't be counted because the assessment is actually an official, it will be official, okay? And there's an analysis in that.
The big challenge for English teachers during lockdown was that all the schools in Vietnam have been closed in January. So for 4 months, no schools were open. And actually it was extra challenging because there's this notion going on in Vietnam that Westerners brought corona to Vietnam, which is not technically true. The most cases of coronavirus are Vietnamese people coming back from China, Korea, or Europe. All the Vietnamese people would start being scared of foreigners. We would go outside to get some groceries and people would literally run away from us. Or there would be mild racism when they are shouting, go back to your country, or somebody would pass you on a motorbike and they could spit on you. So yeah, some racism towards Westerns was definitely challenging.
Me and Mama Salma sitting on the balcony enjoying the peace of the night.
Calm, quiet, no children.
But you know, one of the cool things about COVID-19, I've seen in nature something that I haven't seen in my life. If you could see, I mean, here the whole area, I mean, has been really amazing birds coming from all over the place. Green parrots that I've never seen in my life are inhabiting these trees, like hundreds of them. I don't know if it's because of the coronavirus thing or things got easier and quieter and we can see them more and more migrating and coming to our area.